you'll be gone, trying to find the strength to carry on.
Hi again. So as you saw, I separated my music video and auxiliary products from one another for simplicity of the viewer, because quite a few of the technologies were used in both areas, yet for different reasons. So I'm now going to talk through the strengths and weaknesses of those technologies and what they have enabled or disabled me to do, starting with my music video. Google has been my main search engine throughout, enabling me to access websites such as Wikipedia, YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, SurveyMonkey, and many more for my research, planning, construction, and evaluation. Without these search engines, it would virtually be impossible to even construct and distribute my media products. Google has helped me to understand my target audience because I was able to access websites with information on indie subcultures and the fashion behind it. So I was able to start planning around the information I obtained. Yet it was secondary research, but it was vital for the construction of the right mise-en-scene, like the costumes, and even to decide that it should be a narrative performance music video. So another helpful and very positive online program is YouTube. YouTube has helped me in my planning stages of my music video, because once I found out more about my target audience and the genre of the song Streetlights, I was able to look into music videos of that genre and analyse their conventions such as the microelements, like lighting, to get inspiration for mine. YouTube didn't only help me in my research and planning, it helped me in my construction when I was editing in Premiere Pro, because it allowed me to look for tutorials on like specific After Effects that I wanted to use, though I didn't know how, and also, most importantly, upload my own music videos and other videos to distribute in areas of the internet, such as my blog. Once I began to draw up my first plans for the visuals, I decided to use SurveyMonkey, an online survey maker, to get some qualitative primary data for my target audience. I was able to ask them specific questions about the ideas I had and get them to answer them anonymously, so I could make sure I was on the right track with my planning. SurveyMonkey enabled me to get reassurance and also ideas from others, without making the respondents feel obliged to please me. Obviously, I worked with the artist of the song, so I needed to keep in contact with her and see what ideas she had for the music video, and discuss my own, so that we agreed on what not only is my music video, but is hers too. So I used Skype and a Skype recorder to video us while we talked. It was a great help in showing my communication with the artist and was very simple to use. It allowed me to have an accessible and distributional video to place on my blog because it saved it in a normal video format. Also, for communication, I used Facebook, which is, yes, very informal, but a fantastic way to get quick responses from all the actors and the artist. It helped me to organise the filming dates prior to going so that we could promptly get on with the filming when I was there. Before I could go and film though, I needed to speed up the song to 2 times the speed it was originally, because I decided to make part of the verse in a slow motion. This meant I had to use Audacity simply because it was straightforward software that we already had installed on the computers at college. On Audacity, you literally just select the speed that was double the speed originally, and it changes it for you. This was a small detail, yet crucial for me to construct the slow motion effect in post-production. Once I'd finished planning and researching online, I used the JVC video camera to get the rest of the test footage for like the lighting, framing and timing, and the recce footage to decide which locations worked best for the visuals I wanted to get in the end product. The JVC, although wasn't the best in low lighting, giving a lower quality image, was a good camera to record on and had features such as side straps to hold on to, which enabled me to get like extreme close-ups of the artist and hold on like low ground angles, so low angles, that were for shots that were below the height of the tripod. The JVC was the video camera that I used for my actual filming too, because I'd used it for the recce's and the test footage, so I knew the visual outcomes on the locations I chose. So, obviously the main software technology that made the video what it is now is Premiere Pro CS6. I found Premiere Pro a really good software for film editing because the initial plans I had for editing were available to do on Premiere Pro, like the transition dissolves and change of opacities for the overlays and change of speeds, etc. A few issues crept up with the storage of the footage onto the college computers, where some of my video got corrupted near the end of my editing. Yet, because it was such a good program, I was able to restore the clips that were lost and virtually not change anything by just replacing the videos onto the Premiere Pro again. Not only did Premiere Pro help me with the construction of my music video, but it helped me to put together my focus group feedback and this evaluation question and question 3 that you are listening and watching now. Premiere Pro has a very simple manner in that you don't need to understand the technical keys on the keyboard. You can just use your mouse virtually while you're getting started. When exporting from Premiere Pro, it can take some time though, but if you choose the right settings and make sure you select the option for everything to be exported in the timeline, then it converts it into an accessible video format for you, and you can just simply upload it to YouTube, and through cross-media conversion, I thought I'd throw that in there, simply embed it into your blog. So, from what I said before, it brings me to my last few points for my music video section, and they are on the programs that have helped me distribute my work and make it accessible to you. Obviously Google, as I said at the start, but without programs like Blogger, I wouldn't be able to show my work in the simple order it is, and maybe not even place as much in my portfolio. Yet because it's on the internet, the blog has a continuous memory, you could say, that allows it to embed or write, upload pictures, for example, and customize all of the work I've done. Finally, SlideShare and PowerPoint have been used hand in hand throughout my research, planning and construction to get all of the pre-production forms, plans such as storyboards and even skills development for my music video onto my blog. Because I can't simply put a PowerPoint presentation onto my blog, I found out that you can use SlideShare for free to convert it into an online PowerPoint quite quickly, ready for the distribution in forms of links and embedments, which luckily was the best form for my blog. The technologies I've addressed have been the main programs and software or hardware that I've used to make my music video what it is now. So now that I've addressed the aspects of the technologies with my music video, I'm going to talk about the technologies that have enabled me or disabled me to produce the Digipack and the advert. So of course, my Digipack and advert, I needed to use Google, but this time I was actually using it to gain an understanding of what Digipack is and to look for features such as the use of fonts, imagery and institutional information. So I used Google Images to look for products that have the same genre as mine, which is indie. I also had a look at the same sort of features for the adverts to make sure that the type of things like lead images or the promotional information, such as links to websites, were used frequently in most adverts. This allowed me to get a vague outline of the structure and style I wanted to create for my own, while also trying to tie it into my music video to create a brand style. So Prezi has been a helpful program to display my research and planning, but also in my evaluation question 1, because of its abstract and flexible setup. You can basically choose the frame sizes and zoom into words or images that you want the viewer to acknowledge. I used Prezi to present my advert analysis on the Kaiser Chiefs, and I could crop and take out different parts of the advert and analyse it in detail without it looking, messy. So obviously, as I stated in my music video section, I use PowerPoint and SlideShare frequently to present my work on my blog. And for my Digipack, I used PowerPoint to display all the potential images in a simple manner onto my blog through cross-media convergent to SlideShare, and then embedding it on my blog. Right, so once I got to the construction of my Digipack and advert, I was encouraged to use InDesign by Adobe to make the borders and get the layout of them, yet I didn't find the software helpful at all and really struggled to make my Digipack look like my flat pans. The software would allow me to import or copy all of my imagery and text, yet for reasons I still don't understand, even though I tried for a long time and many lessons to get it right, they would pixelate, and it would look like very low quality. I also tried using Adobe Fireworks to help export the media in forms of like PNGs, JPEGs and TIFFs, yet the quality remained the same. So I decided to go back to a software I could understand and had prior knowledge in. This was Photoshop. Photoshop was fantastic and allowed me to import images or text and export them after manipulating such as smudging, blurring, changing saturation, colours, adding multiple layers, without changing the original quality from what I saw. Photoshop also allowed me to copy parts of the text I had made either in my digipack or the advert, such as like titles for the streetlights, and move it to the other tab in Photoshop. These sort of features helped me construct the brand style of the digipack and the adverts because they both had the same titles or images in them. So, when I was constructing my advert, I saw in my research and planning through Google Images that some of the adverts contain QR codes. So I decided to research into making a QR code because it could help me in the promotion of the artist. I found a website called qrstuff.com, which allowed me to get a link and convert it into a QR code. This meant I could link the artist's YouTube and increase the awareness of the actual artist from placing it on the poster. Because even though this is my media product, and project, the artist is still like an aspiring singer-songwriter in real life, and people are able to publicly access my blog, so if they see a QR code, they are able to scan it, and it will maybe get her more views on her YouTube, not only for Streetlights video, but for all of her music. Personally, I don't have a smartphone with a QR code reader, but some of my classmates did, so I was able to make sure that QR code works through a computer screen too. As you know, I made a focus group to get feedback that I really needed for all my products, so I filmed it on a Canon 600D camera, which had a good enough sound pickup to enable me to hear all of the focus group, even those who spoke quite quietly, and then obviously I had to edit the footage in Premiere Pro again. This software, obviously Premiere Pro, made it very easy for beginners to get the grasp of it, and in areas such as titles I would count myself as a beginner. But all you had to do was click onto the titles option and it would open a separate window, and this meant you could simply just add the text and change fonts, colours, size, etc. And then once you closed it, it would create a video clip for you, which you could drag down and place into your timeline anywhere and for however long. So this made it easier for me to upload it to YouTube, because for YouTube you need to have a video, not an audio file. So I didn't have to add images in later on. And it also enabled me to take out the visuals for my focus group, just for precaution, because it's obviously going onto the internet for public access. So finally, to step away from my products and just reveal the other technologies, but only those used in my evaluation, I will start with Issuu. So Issuu is an online publishing website which you can sign up to for free and publish your work and read-ups. So I've used Issuu for my second question in my evaluation to present a Microsoft Word document, but it's in a nice and accessible form. It's very easy to use, and you virtually only need to upload your Word document and it turns it into a magazine format for you, and then you can link it onto your blog. Obviously, I just stated that I use Microsoft Word, but this was simply just to get the text I wanted plus images onto my blog neatly. The last software I have used in my evaluation only is Cyberlink UCam, which has enabled me to record all of this voice recording and my question 3. So it's just the software that is linked up to my personal webcam, and it has a simple start and stop button to record me, and then a video format that works with VLC Media Player. So it's just very simple and very easy to use and highly accessible for me. And it has been a great help in my evaluation. So these have been the major technologies that I've used in my construction, research and planning and evaluation stages. Please look over the timeline again to see visually how cross-media conversions has taken place, although most of the technologies I've used have been part of the cross-media convergence.